And welcome back aboard Blurred Force One with your boy Mo and your girl Polly. And this is the Supercast. The Supercast, where we talk about all things superhero in our pop culture media. That's movies, TV shows, video games, comic books. We talk about the news, do some speculation, all of that good nerdy stuff. And before we get into today's episode, you know what to do. Get down there and hit like on this video. So, welcome back. This with our resident Reed hater has returned. Sickness could not keep her down. Polly, glad to see you. Glad to see you
I got
back.
back up again.
Yeah, she got knocked down,
sorry.
but she got up again. No lager drink or cider drink required to get her there.
Just, pure hate for Reed Richards.
Yeah, hey, that's
the real cure.
The driving force. Ask Dr. Doom. He will know. No, we're back. It's January. I think we're less than a week away from the premiere of Wonder Man. Super excited for that. And otherwise, we're looking
5
for.
days.
Yeah, is it 5 days? I think it's next Tuesday, right? Or is it?
Oh.
Wait a minute. What day is today? Yeah, no, it is
Sunday?
5 days. You're right. 5 days. It's on Tuesday. So we're really looking forward to that. We'll talk about that a little bit and later on. Also, Supergirl is on the horizon. We get some info about that. Some things are starting to film. We got some trailers. Look. The year's starting back up because they're starting to drop stuff left, right, and center. Stuff I wasn't even expecting. So, superhero 2026 is looking pretty good right now. So either way, once again, welcome back, Polly. Glad to see you up and about and ready to talk about this nerdy stuff. So what have you been up to that's nerdy?
Nothing. Just kidding. Of course, I've been playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. The new season has started. They released Deadpool. It's very annoying. He can't shut up. And like in every game, you have Deadpool. You have two of them. And they just keep talking and talking and talking. I hate them. Otherwise, it's fun. Today they released a disco update, which is like they released a club on Times Square where you can go and dance with Thor.
Nice.
Yeah. or Sue or Luna Snow.
Or Reed. I mean, why are you throwing Reed out under the bus?
Oh, you know what? I stopped by there today, and there was a Reed who was looking like a Pop-Tart, and he was dancing, and that was awful. That was very horrible. I'm still traumatized.
Was he dancing on the the 1 and the 3 instead of the 2 and the 4? Was he all beat? He said, "Wait, you said he was a Pop-Tart. You said he was a Pop-Tart, so literally he was a square."
Yeah. I mean, he can do this thing when he turns himself into like this Pop-Tart looking thing that can absorb damage. Yeah, it's ugly. It's so awful. Reed Richards should not be at a club. Should not be dancing. That is like, ew. Other than that, I've been reading some comics. I've been watching some shows and some movies. Been thinking about rewatching some great movies, especially Sinners.
Oh yeah, well, what we saw, the Oscar nominations came out. It's the most nominated film of all time now. Which suck it, haters. That doesn't mean it's going to be the winningest. Trust me.
You know what? I don't want to talk about that, jumping like ahead of time and talking about how this is a great moment to just be happy for. This movie had to be really beyond exceptional to be that well recognized by white people.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could probably make a whole video like separate from this about like the politics of the nomination process and Sinners and all of the other things that were nominated and why. So like, and I get it. The overarching dominant culture deeming that something that black people do is good enough is always there's a bit of problematic stuff behind it, but we'll just celebrate it. I'm happy for them. Whatever the wins they get, I'm happy for it. I think there's a few that they're definitely, if they don't win, it's going to be a travesty. I think Ruth Carter gets yet another Oscar for costume design because she's a goat.
Definitely deserves it.
Ludwig Göransson definitely probably wins the score. Like there are some
that's when he is nominated, I'm pretty much like there is no one in that room, in that hall or whatever, who deserves it more if he is nominated.
Yeah, I mean, it's he's definitely of the new school. I mean, because he's like 30 something. Of the younger composers, I think he's probably the best of them. He's swinging up there with the the Hans Zimmers, the
you know what?
Well,
he's better than Hans Zimmer.
Well,
sure.
you know what I mean.
That's
he's swinging up there with like the hell, John Williams. He's rarefied air. He's rarefied air.
He's more original than John Williams. John Williams does a lot of like borrowing.
He repeats, but John Williams does a go. So, but either way, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with that. We'll talk about it. It's a couple months away, so we'll touch on it then. As for me and my my nerding, the things that I've been doing to kind of entertain myself. I've been to the movies not once but twice in the last week, which is a surprise for me. I went 2 days in a row. I went to see 28 Years Later. I actually finished watching it. I started watching it last week. I finished watching 28 Years Later. I think it's a really great movie. The first one, 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple was out. I think it's a great movie too, for different reasons. Nia DaCosta, whatever you motherfuckers might think about the Marvels, which I personally enjoyed the hell out of it. I think it was overhated and it was underappreciated. But whatever y'all think about the Marvels, y'all can't deny that this woman can fucking direct. She can direct the hell out of a movie. Bone Temple is great. It's a beautifully shot movie. It's very, I mean, just like the 28 Years Later, it's very atmospheric. The setting is very important. The way the setting, can make things beautiful or make things tense. The way the camera just kind of like lingers on things. I like the direction of the action. I think also one thing they didn't tell you for the 28 Years Later one, they thought they made you think this is a big zombie movie. You're going to be running from zombies. That's not what these movies are about. These are character studies in many ways. These movies are really getting a up close and intimate look at these people who are sort of living in this, really hard to live in world. Like where that's
what all these movies are supposed to be technically.
Yeah,
they're not supposed to be just a picture with zombies on it.
The zombies are, and they're not that prominent. Sometimes it's people are a problem. Sometimes it's just like, they're wondering about this world that they're living in, and how do you remain human? And then Ralph Fiennes, magnificent in both movies. That like his character is very central, I think, to the character journeys of multiple people within there, including himself. And also, they do something that zombie movies don't generally tend to do, which is advance your understanding of what the zombie, sickness is and how it actually works in a way that doesn't detract from like the danger and kind of the allegory. So I look, go see both of them. One is on Netflix. The 28 Years Later is on Netflix. The Bone Temple is in theaters. I think they're both worth your time, definitely, especially if you like the genre. But go in there understanding that this really is about these people and how, who they are and how they are kind of managing their humanity in the midst of like this kind of savage world. It's really good. Also, continue to watch Percy Jackson. It continues to be fine. If anything, I'm sort of disappointed in this season. I don't think it's as good as it should be. But we'll see. The finale's this week. Also, we watch. I read a comic book. We'll talk about it in issues. We'll going to talk about it in the issues. And I watched and you watched the Darth Maul, the Maul Shadow Lord trailer. It's not, it's not superhero related really, so I didn't really put it on our thing. But
It is kind of.
we can talk about it right now. I think that was that trailer's great. It's really damn good. I love the animation. I think the animation, because Clone Wars, it's born out of the Clone Wars, right? It's a character born out of it. That's obviously it was from episode 1, but it was in the Clone Wars also. Dealt with Obi-Wan and everything
Permanently.
Yeah. So, but he's an interesting character. He even shows up very briefly in the Solo movie on the hologram. And this is sort of like explaining how he gets from point A to point B. I think it looks great. There's Force users, the Inquisitors show up. There's just cool looking action. I'm very interested in this. I think it looks good. And also I like that the animation style has definitely evolved from Clone Wars, Bad Batch, so forth. Now they've really kind of put a different sheen on it that puts me to mind of maybe Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem, or Across the Spider-Verse. And I know a lot of people like to say, why y'all keep saying Across the Spider-Verse? Because Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse has highly influenced 3D animation.
When's that gonna come out, by the way?
Across Beyond's like 2 years from now. you know we're not getting that till 2028. So. But yeah, what did you think about the trailer?
It does look very cool. It does look pretty dark. All the time I was watching, I was thinking do I really want to watch it or not? Because on one hand, of course, I'm gonna watch it. Probably gonna enjoy it, but it's just so. There are so many stories that they could tell. There are so many different stories and different eras. Why do we keep coming back to this one? I don't know. But yeah, it's still interesting. It's still exciting. It's just recently I revisited Star Wars: The Old Republic, the game, downloaded it, went in, tried to play a little, visited all the cool planets, realized that I completely hate the combat system in that game, quit it forever, deleted it. But it did reignite my interest in the worlds, in the planets and stuff like that. And if all of that is going to be in this show, I'm really excited to see that. Different characters, I saw some new characters that I haven't seen before, haven't encountered, or at least I don't remember. Every time we're dealing with the Empire, the Sith, and Inquisitors, it's always interesting to find out what's going on with them, because in the mainstream media we didn't cover that a lot. Mm-hmm. There are some great episodes. I think it was in Mandalorian where they dedicated a whole episode to the Imperial clerics.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. That was revealing and interesting. So this is definitely gonna be something that I wanna watch.
Yeah, I'm glad that they're just gonna keep they keep the train moving. As far as Star Wars stuff, and this is the way to do it, because the bigger budget stuff like Mandalorian, Grogu, that takes a while. It's a big investment. But these things like here are a lot easier to justify, and they keep the interest going for the diehard fans. And the regular fans, they can just wait for the movies. They're not as invested. So it's nice for them to throw something to the fan base. So that's all of the stuff we were into this week. So this week we are gonna do Nerding on a Budget. It's a big deal this week. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. I got a lot of stuff this week. So we're going to do Nerding on a Budget. We're going to talk comics with Polly's issues. And then we have a good amount of news actually this week. A little bit about Lobo that just came out today. We got a little Supergirl review that I saw that I thought was quite amusing.
That also came out recently. I'm like the movie.
Christina Hodson is announced as the writer for Batman Brave and the Bold. There's more drama with the Netflix, Paramount, WB Discovery, Menage a Trois. I don't know what to call it now at this point. And then we're going to talk about a couple trailers that dropped yesterday or the day before yesterday. Master of the Universe and Invincible season 4. A lot of good stuff. This week is something. Like I said, we're back because now we're starting to get real news after Christmas. So anyway, let's get into this. So let's talk about. Let's do. Oops, that is the wrong one. Nerding on a budget. That's right. That's when I, go out and buy cool stuff for the cheap and try to let you know what's up with where you can get these things. So this week we're going to talk about all of the cool stuff. And I didn't send you these pictures. I'm sorry. I meant to. There's just too much stuff. I can't actually bring all this stuff up. It's like 20 things. It's going to take forever if I do them one at a time. But I will send the pictures to you after the fact. But I'll show you the ones that I didn't. I just wanted to have out. So look who I got. I'm so close to completing.
Didn't he throw himself into the sun?
He did, but I bet it didn't kill him. Probably. We got Icarus.
Had to drag him back.
By the way, that's a great face sculpt. Richard Madden face sculpt.
Yeah, that's also like a great one with the eyes.
Yeah, and I'm trying to. I want to say I bought this. I want to say it was $10. Big Bad Toy Store. That's a good one. I got some physical media as I do. I got The Hurt Locker. It's a movie I've been meaning to watch. This was the Catherine Bigelow's Oscar-winning directorial effort. So I need to watch that. That's $2. And you guys get up on physical media. Trust me, you're gonna want to. Also, Star Trek Into Darkness. I know most people don't like this one. This is the second one with Benedict Cumberbatch. I love the Star Trek Kelvin universe movies, so I definitely had to grab that for $2. Also, it came with the digital code, so that was even better. Excuse me. Also, got this for $10 off of Amazon.
Open it.
So that's Shuri as Black Panther from Wakanda Forever. I did open it, right? I did open it. Look, there she is, and I got her doing the. If I can get it to focus. There we go. Look at it. She's doing the Wakanda Forever. There you go. So she's ready to go. As of now, I have all but 2 of the figures from the Wakanda Forever wave for
which one's done for Maul.
I don't have the Hatut Zaraze, which is the the White Panther basically. I don't have that one, and I don't have the classic Black Panther. If I get the 2 of those, I'll complete the Build-A-Figure Tuma. So I got all but 2 parts for the Tuma figure. Hopefully those will come down in price to where I'm willing to pay for them. I think they're sitting at like $15 or $20 each. I'm sorry. That's not nerding on a budget for me. So these are the ones that you can't see, and again, I will send these to you later. But I'll call them out. So I have Masters of the Universe figures, and we're going to be talking about that trailer later. I'm down with He-Man, and I got some great deals from Big Bad Toy Store. So I got several of those figures. One of them, the cartoonish He-Man, and then another one, 2 from Master of the Universe Revelation on Netflix. Faker, which is like a cyborg, He-Man, and then Teela, who is He-Man's basically like, not his girlfriend, but his platonic friend who's a girl. There you go. And she kicks ass.
They're just roommates.
Sure. It's a lavender, marriage. I got some Star Wars figures. Quill, you remember Quill from The Mandalorian?
Mandalorian,
and also Miggs Mayfield, played by Bill Burr. I got him. I also got Return of the Jedi Lando Calrissian, and I have a Grief Karga figure, which is one of there's 2 ones for the Black series. This one's called the Credit series, where he's got like a blue cape on. I think that's when he's like the governor or something like that. Really cool looking figures. I still need to find a place to put them. Also, I got another He-Man figure, a Skeletor, more of a cartoonish Skeletor figure. It's a really cool figure though. Also got two Spawn figures, one called the Redeemer, one called Mandarin Spawn, and from DC Multiverse. And I'm going to show you this one in a second too. I got in King Shazam, which is infected. And you can, by the way, you can find these on Big Bad Toy Store. I think that the sales are still going on. $4 for this Martin McFarlane Toys King Shazam figure. I think I paid $8 for a Witcher figure from McFarlane Toys, which is Geralt when he has his elixirs on and he turns all gray. I got one of those. I
never got to that part in the game.
Oh, I'm talking about the show. This is for the Netflix show.
I watched one episode of that show.
So I have a Witcher figure, and now this is also on the picture. Here you go. Look at this bad boy. That's Batman versus Hush. And I want to say I spent $10.
I'm not jealous at all. So excited for you.
Look. I'm gonna show you. This is what and you know I'm not taking this out the box, right? You know I'm not taking it. Look at that. Why would I take it out the box? Look how
because it's supposed to be out of the box. It's not supposed to be in the box.
That looks amazing without my help. That's so good. Look.
It would look even better with your help. Sure. You. Keep them locked up.
And finally, I got some Funko Pops. I got 7 Funko Pops. So, if you watch the Harley Quinn show, I got a Dr. Psycho one from that show. I got Morpheus from The Matrix Resurrection. Yahya Abdul-Mateen, remember? Which, by the way, another overhated movie.
Oh, right. That's what I saw him.
Yes, he was Morpheus in that one. I love that figure. I got Zombie Falcon from What If. I got and what was it? MJ from MJ and I think she's got a little suit on. Remember at the end of No Way Home where she and Ned are in like the coffee shop? It's like that. Mm-hmm. So MJ from that. Then I got 3 figures from Shazam Fury of the Gods. I know most people don't like that movie. It's pretty whatever, but I do like these figures. Hesperia, who that was the older of the Furies. Then I got Anthea, who was the younger one. Anthea was the younger one, and then Eugene, which is of course one of the Shazam family. So overall, a freaking ton of stuff this week. I got so much. Next week, y'all are gonna probably be like, "Oh, good. Do you have money for anything else?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." That was a lot, though. So that, of course, takes us to we're gonna talk about Polly Has Issues. That is, of course, the segment where Polly talks about comic books. Where she's our resident comic book fan and aficionado, and she reads way more than I do. So, Polly, what are your issues this week?
Ooh, boy, do I have some issues. Since I had some time last week, I didn't get to talk about that last week, but I read it then. I did finish, probably should say, catch up on the Daredevil comics. Finished the latest run by Saladin Ahmed, and I think I mentioned it before that I was reading it, but now I finished it, and you know what? It's quite interesting. It's very unusual. I did go online and check out what people are saying, just so I could not rely just on my opinion or something. Turns out this run is very disliked by a lot of people. Which is surprising to me. It does start with Matt being a priest. Obviously, that's where the previous run by Chip Zdarsky left him. And he has to deal with that on top of, he is resurrected because he was in hell. Yeah, he has a lot of stuff going on. He got resurrected, brought back to be a priest instead of a lawyer, but somehow he retains like parts of his memories from his old life, and he has a new set of memories from his new life. So he remembers being a priest too. He does oversee a house, like a foster house. Has like 5 kids. Like 4 or 5 kids that he's looking after, and there is another priest that's helping him. So very weird situation, not necessarily what you'd expect from the character. Obviously, Elektra during this time is Daredevil, and then all hell breaks loose, and like literally in his case, because
All
he's
Hell's
getting
Kitchen breaks.
yeah, that happens every week. In his case, yeah, actual devils from hell are hunting him, and he has to exorcise them. This is very odd indeed, very, very weird. But what I did love about this run and why I actually enjoyed it is he has a lot of personal life drama, because he's dealing with Elektra. He revisits one of his old friends, Nyla, and like there's definitely he messes up all his relationships because he's good at that. That's the only thing he's really good at. And that's very fun. That's very interesting. It's always lovely to see him, try to navigate his love life, which is never working out for him. And nor I think it should, because one of the complaints about this run that I've heard a lot is that why is the editorial never letting him be happy? But like, you know what? Matt Murdock happy? Like, what even is that? Not a thing, in my opinion. So yeah. I really enjoyed this run. It did end abruptly, and his villains were probably like less than impressive. It wasn't as great as Zdarsky's run, but it was decent. It was good. He had like Saladin Ahmed had the task to bring Daredevil back from his priesthood and into the fold, into the superhero roster, and he did that. Always difficult to do something like that, and he did fine.
Yeah.
The other book I'm reading right now is The Savage She-Hulk, and the irony is that it's another disliked book by many. When I did the vote, as I always do, I did the vote on my Threads page. I asked people what should I read next, and there were several options. People voted for She-Hulk. So I started from the very start, from Savage She-Hulk, which is an old run from the 80s. So definitely, yeah, of course, I would expect some weird misogynistic stuff, some weird writing decisions, stuff like that. I knew what I was getting into, but a lot of people like recommended to skip this run. I don't think that's an option, because it's the origin story of the character, and I always want to find out like how it all started, what it felt like, and it's not something you can just pick up from a YouTube video or even from the wiki page. Not in my case. I need to see that. It's very interesting. It's very different in some things are very different from every other run that I've read from the same time period. I see that they're trying to like incorporate Chris Claremont's approach, which I think the vibe that I'm getting of starting stories and letting them play out and starting other stories on top of these stories. It's kind of like a big ongoing thing. There are some Fantastic Four vibes, because some of the villains are just weird and freaky. There is some elements from Daredevil comics, because sometimes it's just street and crime and stuff like that. Quite interesting indeed. You don't really get to know the character as she is now, but you definitely do see the attempts made back then to like make her an interesting, compelling character, and to differentiate her from the Hulk, obviously.
Right.
She is surrounded by very, very creepy men. They are some of them are straight up idiots, some of them just weird. uh I don't know, but I'm like really excited to find out how it ends, how and to move on to the next books. So that's
Nice.
it. That's what I've been reading.
She hasn't. This is pre fourth wall breaking, right? That's not till the 80s, right?
That's the
Yeah.
very first run, her first appearances
Hmm.
and stuff like that. Her first encounters with every other character. She already, uh, yeah, she met the Swamp Thing. She met Iron Man and Tony Stark. Uh, Back then, they pretended to be different people. Of course, she met the Hulk,
Yeah.
and that's about it for now, I think. But yeah, that's like her very, very origin.
Right. Well, sounds cool. Yeah, I love. This is 70. Was this 60s or this is 70s,
I think
right?
it's 80s. It's the
Is it?
80s,
Is
I
this
think.
is this early 80s? Oh,
Uh, yeah, I think it's the early 80s, and you know that's still has suffers from some of the early comics
was that was
issues, like keeping the secret identity, you know,
right?
just be running away, like I'm gonna run and change into She-Hulk and nobody will suspect that
Yeah.
because
Also,
you
my clothes are
know.
torn up, but yeah, we're not gonna talk about that.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
and but whenever she turns back, she either has her original clothes somehow, or you know, or not. Depends on the, I guess, stars alignment or something. And she always, yeah, in her She-Hulk form, she always wears this, you know,
unstable molecules.
underwearish.
She is
No, no,
this
no.
no no.
She
It's no
doesn't
unstable
have any.
molecules.
She doesn't have any costumes yet. She just has like a little white dress that is very torn, and she wears that as She-Hulk all the
Mm.
time. Doesn't matter what she was wearing before. She always wears that. She doesn't have the purple pants.
Sounds real.
Yeah.
That sounds good though. I guess we'll go to my one, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Stranger Things, which is a graphic novel tying together.
But it's a crossover.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
the and it's not the one you know from like the cartoon. This is the comics, the Eastman and Laird comic book ones, and you can tell because when you see Casey Jones and April O'Neil show up in it, and they look exactly like the comic book version. Not the redheaded April O'Neil, but like the biracial April O'Neil that we knew from the comics. That people swear is race swapped, but whatever. We're not here to talk about that. What we're gonna say is this. Look, Stranger Things just ended. I'm kind of like checking out what's available, and also I happen to be on Global Comics for at least another couple weeks. So I'm like, let me actually use my Global Comics thing, and so here we go. I found that Stranger Things Ninja Turtles was on, and I was like, let me read this.
You know, the funny thing is that you have Marvel Unlimited and you don't use that.
I do, but not as much. And yes, but I already paid for this month of Global Comics, and then I canceled it. So I was like, let me read it while I can. This was this is a fun little interesting thing. It takes place between season 2 and season 3. And so it's right back in that little sweet spot where the fandom was really gearing up and really kind of enjoying what was going on. And also we get Max is in it, and 11 is in it, and she's not like the kid, the Eggo waffle kid with the weird dress and the cut off hair. She's she's a little more further beyond that. But also they just do a nice job of incorporating the super science of Stranger Things and the super science of Ninja Turtles, and kind of the lore of the Ninja Turtles, and trying to make it make sense. It does not, however, work with what we know about the Upside Down, as far as as far as what we learned in season 5. It is out of step with that completely. So keep that in mind when you read this. It is not going to be correct. because the contention is essentially that they open portals to the Upside Down in New York City, and that's why they're in New York, and so that's why they run into the Ninja Turtles, and there's demo dogs and shit like that, and they're basically teaming up to figure out who is doing this, why they're doing it, and how to stop the portals and the incursion. And of course, the Mind Flayer is behind the bullshit. So, it's basically, if you like Stranger Things, and then you also kind of like the Ninja Turtles, and you just want to see like some silly, not even want to call it silly, but like some interaction between these characters that feels like it's an episode of Stranger Things, I think that this is a good one. I quite enjoyed it. It's wrong though. It's wrong about the Upside Down, but the Upside Down New York is interesting. Baxter Stockman is basically the bad guy in this. And you know, this is not much of a spoiler. You figure that like straight up from like the first 6 pages of the book. And so it's really just about like, you know, what's he got to do with the Mind Flayer, basically. I think it's a fun time. If you like, oh, I need more Stranger Things in my life, and you don't want to wait for the animated series, check this one out, and just have a good little time with it. This is, basically an alternate universe thing that didn't really happen, but it still will be cool if it did. And also, if you want more Stranger Things stuff, Global Comics has a lot of the Stranger Things tie-in comics, so you can check it out there. They're not sponsoring us at all. I just know that it's there, and if you want to read the comics, you can. So anyway, good times, and we're going to continue on with the show. Let's talk about, in the news, Ben Shapiro has apparently, he's given us his review of Supergirl, despite the fact that it won't be out until June. It's crazy. According to this post that I saw online, Ben Shapiro accidentally posts his review of Supergirl 6 months early. So I think we want to check this out and see what he had to say about it.
Garbage.
Here's a surprise. It's woke. It's super woke garbage. Bad writing. Mary Sue. I feel like I need to draw little snips, cards from a hat to just tell you exactly what he's going to say. Woke garbage. Wahman, Wahmen, like as I like to say. It's all of these things. He doesn't like it. He thinks failed screenwriter Ben Shapiro says that the writing's bad on this thing and that you should avoid it, and that it spits all over the legacy of Supergirl and everything like that. No surprise there. Are you any surprise from you at all?
I'm shocked. I'm so shocked. Like, I did not expect. Well, obviously, I thought that he would, at least wait for the trailer second trailer to come out. But no. No, seriously though, no, I don't think anyone's surprised by that. What I want to know is what his followers are thinking of that. So do they defend it, and how they defend it? Because if I was his follower, I would probably go with something.
I'm gonna be fair. To be fair, I will be fair. This is satire, obviously. This is a satirical thing. So I'll be fair to Ben Shapiro and be like, you didn't say this yet.
But he will, he will.
I'm sorry. Are you wrestling with Lockheed's?
Yeah, he's trying to jump me.
Wait, I want to read this too, just to put a comedic bow on this. He said, saying it made him want to super hurl.
Honestly, really, would not be surprised if that was.
He said they need to hire more professionals and less pro now. Said Shapiro, cutting to a photo of the film's screenwriter Anna Noguera. It was a woke mess. Hey liberals, here's your kryptonite, a job.
No, but seriously though, if you wanted to defend this in any way, you could just say that, it's gonna be like that because, well,
That's the bad. I think that's the thing is that conservative fans, conservative in general, but conservative fans in particular, and the grifter space particularly, are such a parody of themselves that if this were actually put onto like cosmic book news or something like that, or comicbook.com, I would not be able to tell the difference. I'm very serious. I would not be able to tell if this was just someone making fun of Ben Shapiro, or if this Ben Shapiro being Ben Shapiro.
That's true. I saw that I think a couple days ago, and I just scrolled by, but I did think that it was true. Didn't bother to check, because this is definitely something that could have happened. This is not something that would surprise me at all. At all. Because do you think that it's happening any other way? Do you think that they actually bother to watch these movies? They maybe watch them, I don't know, but they're still gonna say the same thing.
Yeah,
because what else can they say?
And I want to say we're bookmarking this. I think we're gonna bookmark this from Palette Swap. We're gonna bookmark this, and I want to see how close to the actual review this review is. Do you want to put bets early? Let's do some bets ahead of time. Do you want to?
I'm not gonna bet.
What percentage? Well, let's just say we're gonna predict what percentage of this fake review is going to be matching up with the actual review. What do you think?
Oh, like 70%.
70%. Okay, I'm gonna be a little more charitable for no reason. I'll say it's half of it'll be very similar.
Then it will be half, because you do tend to guess things really well, unless you have like some insight. I don't know. Maybe you are writing his reviews and posting them.
Well, it's again not terribly difficult. Write down all of the buzzwords onto like index cards. Toss them into a bag and pull them out one at a time, and that's the review.
Of course, to be fair, he's probably gonna use ChatGPT anyway.
I mean, even then, ChatGPT is just gonna repeat the same things he said before. So I mean, it's a great grift. I have to admit, if your entire grift is say the same shit over and over again, that gets stupid people to cheer for you. I mean, ChatGPT
sounds more fun than my job.
Yeah. So we'll see. We're gonna keep an eye on this when this comes out in 6 months and see if this is a Nostradamus thing on the part of Palette Swap. Probably so, because Ben Shapiro's an idiot. So speaking of anti-woke people, a lot of people are upset about the announcement of the writer for Batman Brave and the Bold, which is a movie that's been having a difficult time getting to pre-production. Let me just say, they're still in the writing process. And Christina Hodson has been announced as the official writer, and Andy Muschietti has been confirmed as the director of Batman the Brave and the Bold. So why is this a problem? Why is this a problem for the usual suspects? Because it's not us. I'm not mad about this. Honestly, I'm just like, okay, cool. Let's see what she does. She was previously the writer on The Flash. I guess she helped to. I wouldn't even say writer, because she was not originally attached to that movie when it was first being developed. But I believe she has screenwriting credits for The Flash. And Andy Muschietti, of course, directing. And she wrote Birds of Prey, a movie which a lot of people didn't like. Some people really, really like it. A lot of people didn't like it. It was, I think, financially it was a miss. I thought it was fine. There were some parts of it I really liked, and I was the thing I didn't like about Birds of Prey is that I just thought the villain wasn't that good, for the most part. But that being said, she has screenwriting credits, especially in the DC space, and she has a good working relationship with Andy Muschietti. Cool, good to know. Hopefully, she'll do something good with Batman: Brave and the Bold. But a lot of people are just mad about it. They're mad about it for varying reasons, some of which are right, and some of which are clearly stupid. One of the things is, look, she's a woman writing Batman. She automatically is going to get dumb people being dumb about it. Also, people didn't love the Flash. I thought the Flash was good personally, but that's just me.
Well, you liked Craven.
I mean,
how did you not like Madam Web? I'm still.
Look, the Flash is better than both of those movies, but I think I honestly thought the Flash was overhated, and there are good reasons why people didn't necessarily want to see Ezra Miller. But I think you slot in another person instead, and some of that, excuses for why people didn't like it goes away. But whatever. I don't think story wise it was dumb or anything like that. I thought it had some good ideas. Birds of Prey again, I thought was fine. In some ways I liked it quite a bit. In some ways I was like, this is whatever. So that her previous work not exactly burning up the charts, but not terrible. And I think this is just now people are calling into question James Gunn's his leadership, his dedication to high quality in the DCU. They're calling into question his decision making here because of her past outings.
Because of course they definitely know better everything regarding her work and what she's done than he does, or
Exactly. Well, that's and I guess that's what I want to get. Like, first of all, how do you feel?
They've seen her body of work, like her work unedited, and when it wasn't messed with by the producers and stuff like that. They, of course, they do know.
Yeah.
All those upset people. They always know everything.
Well, and I think there's an aspect of this is gun haters and DCU haters and Snyder stands are looking for anything to latch on to kind of shit on.
Average insults.
Yeah, to shit on all of this. Like I said, I don't see the point. I don't see the anger or whatever. I don't even understand being mad about somebody being attached to a movie. It's stupid. But anyway, so how do you feel about this this choice and the silliness that's surrounding this choice?
The thing that I guess that surprised me is the fact that James Gunn was he keeps saying that he needs to have a ready script to greenlight a movie, right?
Right.
And there we are. Without a script. I understand that this is a character that you expect to see eventually. It's inevitable. It's one of the biggest characters that they would need to bring to the DCU. But the thing is, like, it's not even that. What was I saying? No, kind of, got thinking about it. They, if they're working on it, obviously they're gonna go through like different writers, and it's always like sometimes it's one person, sometimes it's a team of people. They probably have an idea of what they want to do. They probably know what they're gonna, what kind of story they want to tell. Now they figuring out how they're gonna tell it. Never in my life I have been mad about somebody being chosen to write a movie. I'm not gonna start doing that now. It is an important job and an important part of the movie, but I'm not gonna be mad about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see the finished work, and then we're gonna talk about it. That's all I can say for now, because other than that, it's still gonna go through changes, and it's still gonna go. The finished product is what we care about here, right?
Right.
I don't even know
exactly.
why. I mean, the announcement is. I understand why the announcement is a thing, because like for people in the industry and for, it's not for the fans. I don't think that it's for the fans, because y'all don't know who she is. Y'all don't know what she does.
I mean, they just know the
most
two
of y'all
movies.
can't read.
They just know the two movies, but like, no, I mean, I guess, I mean, in a way, I suppose, like, if you said Uwe Boll was gonna do a new movie, I'd be like, that's gonna be. You don't even have to say anything else. It's gonna be trash. He's never made anything good. But you know, if you tell, you know, like if you, I think they said, when they were talking about Craven, the writers of, like, the people that wrote Craven wrote like something else that was really terrible. And I was like, okay, well, this gives me cause for concern. At the most,
what if the person who wrote Madam Web?
Oh yeah, that's a cause for
It's
concern.
like, you know, the end game, no, not the end game. That the Doomsday is gonna be written, or Secret Wars is gonna be written by the same person who
It's
wrote
cause for
Madam Web.
Look, I get what they're saying. It's a cause for concern. When Jeff Loveness was said to be writing Kang Dynasty, in the aftermath of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, you would be right to be like, okay, now I'm concerned. I've seen you're playing in the same sandbox with the same tools. I don't know about that. But there's a difference between being like, look, this doesn't sound good, but I'm gonna wait and see, versus sitting up there adding James Gunn on social media, talking about how dare you, and like getting all like, this is why it's gonna be trash because of you know what I'm saying. You're sitting up there adding him. One, as if your opinion fucking matters. It doesn't. But two, as if he didn't vet this woman in the first damn place. Nobody at DC Studios is writing a script without him knowing about it. Not a single one of them. They're paying.
Yeah, but they hate what he does, so they obviously gonna hate everything that his people do.
Yeah. So why are you adding him? He doesn't give a shit about what you got to say about it. That's why I didn't add him and say, "Great job picking Christina." He doesn't care about what I got to say. Like, why? Like, y'all, you guys. That's the internet is cool, but sometimes it's really fucking stupid. Like, you guys are not in. Y'all aren't in the boardrooms. You're not in the writers' rooms. You're not in the production meetings. None of that shit. You are random ass motherfuckers on the internet. Why are you so mad about this? This shit is weird. Like, stop. Your brother didn't get passed over, or you didn't get passed over to write this screenplay.
We don't know that. Maybe they sent their fan fiction from 10 years ago, and they were told like, "Excuse me, sir, but this is garbage," and now they're mad.
Yeah, they're anti-woke.
Because not only their work is garbage, but they hired somebody else, and it's a woman.
Yeah, how dare they?
There's some reason to be mad.
What's his name? Anti-woke Crusader, $9.99 on X. I'm sorry that they're not listening to you, but like, you're a fucking nobody. Like, y'all stop making
the script was trash.
Yeah, stop making your whole fucking personality into like this stupidity. Just wait for the shit to come out. How about that? You could do that too.
I don't know. You know what? These people who do that, do you do that for living? Because how do you get time for that? I don't have enough time to do that. How do I get so much time?
That part.
Do you forego sleep?
Probably. They're awake at night. He's living rent free. All of them. Christina Hodson living rent free in these fools' heads. Anyway, you know, good luck to her. I can't wait to hear more about this. Hopefully they can get this script together, because apparently it's causing a lot of problems. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it and let you guys know about it when we find out more. Yeah.
ChatGPT is always available.
I mean, you know, Ben Shapiro uses it. Why not you? So. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on this. We'll let you guys know more in the future. we're back once again. It's the weekly soap opera that is it's the three-way the love triangle between Netflix, Warner Brothers Discovery, and Paramount. In this case, they're almost at the altar. Look, Netflix and Warner Brothers Discovery, they're a match made in hell, but they're a match. And Paramount is dead set on stopping this. He's again. I keep using the analogy, but he's in the church and is standing up and saying, "I demand that this stop." Like when the priest says, "If anyone's against this union, speak now or forever hold your peace." They don't mean to actually fucking do it. I don't care what you see in a movie or a TV show. You are not supposed to fucking do that. Your time to...
I mean, you were asked, might as well answer.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's a formality, It's like at the end of a meeting when someone's like, "Does anyone have any more questions?" They don't want any fucking questions. They want you to shut the hell up and leave. It's like, are there any more questions? They don't really want you to answer yes and then extend the meeting beyond that. They don't want that. They want you to shut the hell up and get out of the conference room.
No, thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all you need to say.
No, we covered it. So this is this is some soap opera shit. Paramount is dead set on this. So they've one thing they said this week is like they've kind of put some paperwork in with the government for their hostile takeover bid, and also they've extended the deadline for shareholders to accept their bid. So this is down to the shareholders. That's who owns the company. So if enough of them take Paramount's deal, it'll be a hostile takeover. Okay. So they said until February 20th, then, that's how long and when our deal will still be good. That being said, and of course, I think I talked about it last week, they were suing about wanting more information and whatever. It's just a lot of stuff. They're appealing to their daddy and Trump to try to get him to force Warner Brothers Discovery to sell themselves to Paramount rather than Netflix. In the meantime, apparently, according to Warner Brothers Discovery, the shareholders, 93% of shareholders, reject Paramount's hostile takeover offer, and Netflix has turned around and said, "All right." We'll offer you straight up cash money. Our previous deal will offer cash money.
How is that stopped? It stopped sounding like an actual business deal. It's starting to sound like a drug deal behind some dumpster in an alley. Cash?
It's because, and I read into it a little more. So apparently it's because Netflix's offer was originally like 80%, 83%. Cash, and the rest of it was stock, Netflix stock, but the value of it would go down depending on what Netflix's stock was. So it wasn't a guaranteed payout. Essentially, it was, it could have fluctuated. It could have been an $83 billion deal, or it could have been less than that. So they've just said straight up, fine, all cash, $27 a share, and again. All they want is the studios and the streaming. They don't give a shit about the cable linear channels. Could care less. That's going to spin off and do its own thing, which is why their offer is less money than the Paramount offer. The Paramount offer at this point is like $103 billion or some shit like that. It's really high, but that's because they're also counting. They're getting the entire deal. They're getting the cable, and they're getting streaming, and they're getting the studios. So as of now, that's where we're at. Paramount. I'm so serious. They don't want you. They do not want you. You're being weird now. You're being a restraining order weird. You're being. Don't come around the house, don't even come on my, don't even drive down my street weird. Like,
move towns.
Yeah,
That's how weird they are.
You're being
they're acting, in the way that would make Netflix just not Netflix, Warner Brothers, just pack things at night and move to another.
If they could. they're
Warner Brothers is in Canada by now with a changed name and witness protection.
Exactly. They're you know, peeping through the window weird. They're you know what I'm saying? They're you
wanna
know,
go out?
They're popping up at all sorts of time of the day. They're popping up at your work. Like David Ellison is he's you know, he's trying to show up at Warner Brothers Discovery and with flowers and a box of candy and be like, let's go on a date with me. It's so fucking weird.
And people like they don't work here anymore.
Yeah, we don't even know who you're talking about. It's
Stop coming here.
Hey, security, escort him out. Let's escort this motherfucker out. I predict. I said when this first came out, we're almost 2 months into this shit.
Stop predicting things. Predict something good.
I told you. I told you they would not give up. I said it doesn't matter what like Warner Brothers does, and until they get their way, Paramount's never gonna let this alone. Like the ink is gonna be dry on the damn documents of merging Netflix and Warner Brothers, and they're still gonna be like, there's a chance. That, you know, she's
you
gonna.
know what the creepy thing is? After it doesn't happen, they're still gonna be so pissed. They're gonna find a way to like do something nasty. Because they're like, I'm pretty sure they're just like that, you know, vengeful loser that is that didn't get the girl.
Yeah. Well, well, I mean, to be a little. This is only being slightly paranoid and being a little more grim about it. We're not quite there, but you know better than us Americans who are just now dealing with this shit. You know what happens to you know, CEOs and executives.
Yeah, they disappear.
Yeah, they fall out of buildings. They fall out of 20-story windows and
sleep and fall. It happens more often than
they accidentally they accidentally eat poison and shit like that. Very strange. They accidentally get like weird kind of like
it's
diseases.
Usually, you know, more of the things like they accidentally go out to the sea on a boat in the middle of the night and then get lost.
Or you know, hunting accidents.
Very tragic.
Hunting accidents. Yeah. All that stuff. So
hiking accidents.
Yeah, you just never know. It's very, you know, the world's a strange place. Things happen to rich people.
Dangerous to be a rich person. Yeah.
Things happen to rich people even though they have tons of security. It's weird. I'm David Zaslav. I don't really give a shit about you, but like, don't sleep with one eye open.
Watch your back.
Yeah, sleep with one eye open, definitely. So, we're gonna keep on this. I've not gotten rid of this thumbnail. Because why should I? This shit's not gonna end. You know how the soap operas run for like 50 years? We gonna see. We gonna see.
What's this one called? Like,
as I don't know where it's something to do with oligarchs and. As the oligarchs turn, I guess.
In their grave.
Yeah. Oh my God! Please, from your lips to God's ears. So anyway, we'll keep an eye on this. We'll let you guys know. Look, guys, it matters because DC. That's the only reason why we're talking about it. So we'll talk about this more as we find out more. So let's talk about a couple of trailers that really caught my eye and the eyes of fans, and one of them is Masters of the Universe. And you might be thinking to yourself, Mo, why are we talking about Master of the Universe? This is not superhero stuff. Excuse me, I'm sorry, you're wrong. He-Man is a superhero, goddammit. Yes, he may look like a fake ass Conan with a big ass sword and a loincloth and everything like that, but sir,
didn't he wear a skirt?
It was a loincloth. Excuse me, it was a loincloth. Not a skirt. He's not that. Look, he may have pronouns that he's not that. He's not that woke. He's still he had. It's a loincloth. Damn it. Master of the Universe also was a comic book. Marvel put it out for some years back in the 80s. This, of course, is He-Man. You know, Master of the Universe is what it's called, but He-Man. And it was a toy line that also, incidentally, was a cartoon. Gen X and elder millennials will remember it because we watched it as kids.
I did not watch it.
Yeah, I mean, let me just say, don't go back and watch it. Don't.
I can't go back and watch it because I don't have any like fond memories of the show.
Well, I'm saying you can watch it on YouTube. Don't. Just don't.
No, I have to now. I have to. I feel like I owe it to everyone.
But look, for kids of a certain age, you know, it hit all the right things, and plus they were tying, toys. I have some now. They're much better than the ones that we had as kids. But it's a dude fighting a guy looked like Conan fighting a guy that's a skeleton, and magic and weird.
So
you know,
it's Conan fighting Red Skull.
Yeah, but
red.
You know, he's not red and everything. And also he has an alter ego. Again, he's a superhero. He has an alter ego that he has to use his magic sword to turn into He-Man.
Kind of like Thor.
So that's why we're covering this, damn it. Because if that's not a superhero, I don't know what is.
Well, Thor is.
Yeah. Polly has not watched the show, and that's fine. That's good. You have fresh eyes. I did watch the show as a kid and had some of the toys, and I have seen the old movie, which was not that good. And there, you know, all that.
Oh, there's an old movie.
Yes, there's a movie from the 80s with Dolph Lundgren.
When you're saying it's not that good, do you mean it's like?
I mean, it's bad.
Garbage that I could laugh at.
Yeah, probably.
I'm definitely gonna watch that.
But this is their attempt to make a better version of this. Brad Knight is the director of this. Why would you know this guy? He directed Kubo and the Two Strings and also Bumblebee, which is considered one of the better Transformers movies. I have not
seen either of those movies.
It's considered one of the better Transformers movies. I think it's great.
What other better Transformer movies there?
I mean, Bumblebee and probably the first one. I like the Rise of the Beast, but you know it's fine. So I'm putting all this in ahead of this to say this trailer's fucking awesome. I love this trailer. There's a fine line to walk between, because you can almost go too far into fidelity to the source material, and it turns into parody, right? And it walks the line between parody, you know, being too much and too little. So this is not a deconstruction of the archetype or the show or anything like that. It's an adaptation of the source material in a way that is not silly or corny. But it also very much says, hey, we know these things. Look, Castle Grayskull is an iconic image. It's an iconic play set. It's an iconic thing within the show. We have to show it right. We're not going to play around, right? The Battle Cat, I forget the cat's name. He's got to exist. Tila, Man at Arms, all of these other weird, like, kind of characters that are, you know, they're very, you know, what I consider a bit over the top in their presentation in the cartoon, but they have to be. It's a cartoon. How can we make it so that we give it the respect it needs without making it something you don't recognize? So it's doing all that, and then it's putting it in a modern, like, context on it, and it just looks right. I think what's his name? Nicholas Galatine. I can't say his name right.
Galitzin.
That's that guy. You however you say it. Looks really good.
Correctly?
Well, yes, thank you, correctly, because I don't have it in front of me right now. But he looks good in both Adam and as He-Man. Now, one difference between Adam and He-Man is in the cartoon, he's a smaller guy, and then he turned into this big buff guy. Kind of like, you remember the 70s Hulk, how there's two different actors. You know, Lou Ferrigno plays the Hulk, and then another guy plays David Banner. Well, that's like it's like, supposed to be like that in the cartoon, but in this one, he's just the same person. But he looks great in the costume, and I'll even give Leto some credit here. I know a lot of people ain't high on Leto right now. You wouldn't fucking know it was him. First of all, you wouldn't know it was him underneath the Skeletor stuff, but Skeletor looks cool. Like that, he looks cool. He just does. And the action looks good.
That's how he gets you. He wears a mask, creeps into a movie, and then boom, next movie, just okay, Jared Leto. I think he was pretty good in the Masters of the Universe movie, and then he's back in your movies again.
Yeah, I mean,
you're never getting rid of him like that.
Sorry, he's part of it. Let's see that. So yeah, and also I like the art and production style. It's giving MCU, cosmic MCU. It just is, and that's fine. I'm okay with it. I could say some more. I just want to hear it. You don't know anything about this. I was like, we're talking about this. Watch this. Tell me what you think.
Aside from memes and aside from like funny pictures and knowing a few of the characters, I really don't know anything about that, because I don't think I'm not sure if the cartoon was like shown when I was a kid. I think it was. I just didn't watch it, obviously, because like when I was a kid, I wouldn't watch anything that included a character called He-Man, because like I like stories about girls and princesses. I didn't like stories about He-Man.
You're talking about She-Ra.
Yeah, well, nobody made a cartoon about her.
They did. She had her own. She had her whole cartoon.
See, nobody showed it.
She-Ra had her. She had her whole cartoon.
I would have watched it. I like Sailor Moon and stuff like that. Would have watched it. Anyway, all I know about this is that it's like CD 80s cartoon, which is, I actually do enjoy CD 80s cartoons. You know, I watched Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, one of my favorites. That's a good one. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it a watch. But when it comes to the movie, and I don't know how serious it's supposed to be. I don't know how it is it gonna just adapt the story, or is it gonna make fun of the story or something? It just looked cool. It looked really cool. It looked interesting. It does remind me of the MCU. It feels like an MCU movie with the characters that we haven't seen or haven't heard of. They're all like, some characters that we already do know. Either way, it does look like cool action superhero story, so that's why I'm gonna watch it. I'm probably not gonna go to the theater to see it, unless I do, who knows. But it's definitely gonna be, I feel like, lately they've been making like really good movies out of something that is not originally a movie. Like the source material could be anything, like the Barbie movie, Dungeons and Dragons movie. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
definitely gonna watch it.
I will say that there's a bit of there can never be something without there being people shitting on something for whatever reason. So one of the things that the usual suspects are mad about is, guess what? It's Idris Elba playing Man-at-Arms. Why do you think they're mad about that?
Because he's black.
Oh yeah, it's always I'm not racist, but I'm not racist, but people first of all, y'all get mad about the dumb shit. This is a movie with a guy with a sword who says some words and it transforms him into another guy, a man whose face is literally a fucking skull, a goddamn green furred tiger thing that
but those are fantasy characters. Why would a black man be in a fantasy story?
I know, like you can believe all this other thing, but you can't believe that a character can be
not
black.
A black man.
It's so fucking stupid. Like this whole notion of you have to be, we have to be we have to be so on the original story. Like, we have to honor the original story so much that we got to do exactly the same. The story that was written at a time where,
about the story.
well, when the story was written was exclusionary, a time of exclusion of people that weren't white dudes, right? So we have to stay true to the original story, but you know what we never stay true to? The original way that those characters were presented, because those characters were assholes. We'll never get Reed Richards from the '60s. We'll never get him. We'll get a shade of him. We'll never get him, because if he were if he were actually presented as he was supposed to be, he would be. No one would like him. Reed Richards.
He was a racist, actually.
Yeah, Reed Richards from the '60s was terrible. He's a terrible. He's a
look. As much, and I agree. I agree with you on that. But Reed Richards never changed. He made y'all think he changed. He never changed. He's still done all those things. There was never a retcon. Everybody else might have forgotten who he is and what he is when he restarted like the universe after Secret Wars. But we remember, and he remembers. He knows what he's done.
Well, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. I mean, every time they adapt Fantastic Four, they've significantly sanded off his rough edges. Significantly. So that he's a character that you can actually like. But if you actually read the comics from the '60s, he's not likable. Like, he's an asshole. And this is what I'm talking about when people talk about fidelity to the original source material. They really just mean, I don't want to see black people or gays or women. Because if we stay true to the actual source material, no one would like The Thing, no one would like Johnny Storm, no one would like motherfucking Reed Richards, no one would like Professor X, no one would like
one would like even Sue.
No one would like any of those people, because their original their actual character incarnations were a product of their time, and in our modern context, they're unbearable. Right? So where is all of the smoke for them not being the fidelity to, you want a modern rendition of Reed Richards as a person, but you don't want a modern rendition of a character where inclusion is actually a thing. You're fine with exclusion if it's written into the original story, but you're not fine with Reed Richards being an asshole if it was written into the original story. That's the shit I'm talking about. I don't want to hear it. Yeah,
I do feel like they're gonna be fine with that.
Yeah, ultimately,
These people.
Ultimately, it's stupid. It's stupid racist bullshit. Y'all are being racist when you complain about Idris Elba being in any character that wasn't originally black. You're just being racist. There's no reason. I'm not splitting any fucking hairs. I don't have time for that. You're being racist because being white is not central to Man-at-Arms' character. He's from a fucking fictional world. It just so happens that he was white in the cartoon. It doesn't actually matter. It doesn't actually matter that Man-at-Arms is white. He could have been Asian. He could have been fucking orange skinned. He could have been Trump skinned. It wouldn't have mattered.
That's not a natural color.
I'm just saying that shit has zero bearing on the fact that this character could, what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But y'all make a big deal out of it when your main character is still white. He-Man's still white. Y'all chill out. I maybe, sort of, kind of, maybe could hear your complaints about He-Man being black. But the truth is, Eternia's not real. It's a fucking made up place. And all of the rules about it are not just Earth transposed onto another place. It's not true. Orko is, we didn't see him in the trailer. He's a fucking tiny ass, basically looks like a Jawa that does magic. Like, you're cool with that, but not Man-at-Arms being black. You're just fucking racist. There's no other way to say it. Fucking chill out. Anyway, also good on Idris Elba to continuing to piss off racist nerds. I love that. Love that for him. Make that your whole career. Anyway, I think the trailer was great. I can't wait to see more of this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about it more when that stuff comes out. So, last trailer for the day. This is Invincible Season 4. They dropped a trailer. It's coming out in March. I think it said March 16th. That sounds about right. So it's imminent. I mean, I know it feels like it's forever away. Y'all, it's 2 months from now. So we're excited. They took it serious. They were like, we took 3 years between season 1 and season 2. Now we're gonna make sure you bitches get this shit every year. And I am happy about that. Good. One thing I don't want to do is be, 50 years old wondering where season 8 of this shit is. 50 years old is not too far from me, by the way, guys. I'm about 4 years from it now, but I don't want to be 50 wondering where, season 3 or season 5 of Invincible is. So they're doing it every year. Good. They dropped this trailer. Shit's going down. The little thumbnail I have is he's fighting a dinosaur. Okay.
Why not at this point?
Why not? The beauty of Invincible, if you haven't read the comic, and I've only read about a quarter of the run. I think it's 150 issues. I may not even be a quarter, an eighth of it. But all sorts of crazy shit happened. We saw it in the previous season. All sorts of crazy stuff happened with the Invincible War and everything like that. There are all sorts of characters, bad guys. There's magic, weird aliens, weird tech. It's wild. There's a lot of wild stuff happening in it, and so things are really ramping up because Alan and Nolan are out of prison, and they're coming back to the Alliance, and they're trying to get people together to fight the Viltrumites. So the Viltrumite War is on the horizon. Emperor Thrag is aware of the shit going down, and he's not happy. And if you don't know Thrag, then just think of Conquest, but think of someone who could beat Conquest's ass, like on the real. And you haven't watched the end of the season, I know, season 3 yet. Conquest is that dude with like that old Viltrumite with like the white hair and like the one eye that was slashed over. And he is the worst. he's the worst. If you thought Nolan beat the shit out of Mark, you don't know. If you thought Nolan beat Mark's ass,
isn't this whole show about Mark having shit beat out of him?
Yeah, every season it's gonna be like Mark getting the dog shit beat out of him until he's strong enough that he's the one dog walking people. Basically,
is he like building up tolerance to this?
Yeah, he's
or
like
he just gets his ass whooped and then
think of the way Saiyans work. You know how Saiyans, if you beat them within an inch of their life and they recover, they get way stronger. Pretty much the same thing. But the Guardians of the Globe have been reconstituted after all the shit from the end of the season. There's new threats, new earthly shenanigans. It's just looks like a good time. I think this is a great trailer. The way Invincible always works is, they save money on animation when they're not fighting. So it's going to be a lot of like stills and like not great animation while they're talking to each other. And then they spend money on the fights, which is like they spend all the money on the fights. Looks like there's going to be some crazy stuff in this. I'm excited. What did you think about this trailer?
I had no idea what was going on because I didn't finish the previous season. It does look like a lot of fights, indeed.
Oh, and we're getting new voice people too. Denai Guerrero's. So a lot of the people from Walking Dead are getting a chance to show up. So Denai Guerrero is, I think she's the one that looks like a sorceress or something like that. I believe I forget the name of the character, but she plays like that sorceress character.
Honestly, I think before season 4, if I'm gonna watch it, and I think I want to watch it, I'm gonna have to watch like season 1, season 2, and season 3 again because I have no memory of what's going on.
That sounds awful. You're gonna have to go watch a great animated superhero show,
Yeah,
man.
that's like work at this point, you know.
I honestly should go back and rewatch the first 2 seasons because it's been a while.
It's been a while for sure.
Yeah. Well, the thing to know is,
And if they keep releasing it in batches like they love to do, like weekly, oh my god, it's
I think
gonna
it's
be
gonna be.
such
I
a
think it's gonna
such a
be like
pain.
3 episodes and then one per week for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's the pain. That's the pain because I'm gonna forget between episodes. I'm gonna forget what's going on. That's hard.
This looks good though. I will again. I will reiterate. Thrag is a problem. A humongous problem. Conquest was a motherfucker. Like, so for real, and Thrag could beat Conquest down. Like that's if you want to know the problem they're gonna have fighting him, it's gonna be really really hard. Also, we got to see Battle Beast again. Battle Beast he's still roaming the cosmos, kicking ass and taking names. It really is just kicking ass. He doesn't care about your name. So it looks good though.
So Mark's gonna get his ass kicked again.
Well, not by Battle Beast.
But by everybody else.
Yeah, it's just trust is going down. So
I've seen there are some shots in the trailer where he is always beaten and bloody.
Yeah, what did it say? Bloody but unbowed. That's his entire MO.
Bloody and pretty much
and folded up.
I'm starting to suspect that he's not great at superhero.
Are you starting to think that maybe his name isn't good? It's not a good name.
His name definitely is not fitting, Maybe Invincible.
Extremely Invincible.
Yeah, like very, very beatable.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we enjoyed this trailer, so we're looking forward to it. And of course, we'll cover all of that. We're going to cover the episodes when they come out, so stay tuned for that. So that's everything. That's everything for the week. Yay. We got a very reasonable time this week, but maybe we missed something. You wanted to discuss something we covered. Say hello. Say good job. Say you guys suck. Whatever the case may be, you know what to do. Get down there to the comment section and leave your thoughts there. And of course, you can always hit me up. supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com, blurred_force1 on Instagram, on Threads, and on TikTok. And for who knows how long TikTok is still free to operate on. So go check that out. And while you're doing that, go down there, hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. All that good stuff helps to grow this channel, helps more people to see this podcast and all the other things that we do on Blurred Force 1. And of course, I couldn't do this by myself. I needed Polly to tell me all about all of her extensive knowledge on Master of the Universe, because clearly that's her wheelhouse, right? But really, to bring the comic book knowledge and just the general nerd knowledge. So, Polly, where can they reach you on social media?
_mixed on Threads, on Tumblr, on what else? Instagram.
Yeah,
that's where I'm gonna be.
Yeah, you guys definitely go check that out. Not Twitch yet. One day it's one day.
Soon. I do have an account. Yeah, I have some games that I'm gonna play. Yeah, definitely. Soon.
Yes. So you guys go.
I'm inform you.
Yeah. Well, you guys go show her some love, and also go send her a message and be like, when's the Twitch stream? When the Twitch stream, dog? That maybe she'll hear you. So this has been episode 216 of the Supercast. We appreciate you coming to join us today. Come back next week. We're gonna be reviewing the entirety of Wonder Man, because they're dropping the whole thing for some ridiculous reason. They're dropping the whole thing in one day, so we're gonna try to get through it all and talk about it next Friday. Should be a good time. So until then, I've been Mo, your comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by my good friend Polly, and we'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.